All right, guys, we're back in the shed gym this week. It's been about a week and a half, I feel like, since we've done any real strength training, since I was kind of making sure I was ready for that 100K relay we just did. And in between sets, we're going to be talking about that 100K relay, just a recap on it, and continuing on with our strength training as we do it. So, yeah, today's bench press, overhead press, some dumbbell press. I'll look at the schedule, see what else is on there. We are switching up the workout schedule again because now it's into February, starting to go towards March, and I really want to start. I kind of said I was going to get more of these activities incorporated into our routine, but stuff's kind of thrown off, so we just got to get back on track. And start pumping out these competition style workouts to get ready for the CrossFit. Also, we have, before the CrossFit, we have coming up first is the Spartan race. We're doing the 10K. Me and the wife finally decided to do it. I know we've been kind of back and forth on it, but we finally just went ahead and signed up for it. So we will be at the Spartan race in Concord doing the 10K. I think we're doing like a 9:15 or 9:30 start time. Anyway, lots to do this summer. A lot of events coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on some bench press, and in between sets, we will talk about the 100K. So 100K relay. It was an awesome event. It took place in South Carolina. Full videos up on my channel, so you can check that out. So overall, I'll just say the whole event went pretty well. There were some things, obviously, that I could have done differently to better prepare myself, but I think the actual run part went as good as it could go. Mostly I'm going to talk about the things that kind of messed me up the most. And the first being that I didn't get hardly any sleep. So the night before, we stayed in the hotel. We got there at a decent hour. I think it was like 7:30 or something like that. I don't think I actually ended up going to sleep until probably about 10. So somewhere in that area, which I was not trying to stay up. I was trying to sleep. I just was tossing and turning and just, you're excited, you're in a different place, so kind of messes with your head. So yeah, not getting much sleep is not great for early morning runs, plus having to run again in the afternoon. So sleep was all messed up, and that kind of started me off just in a bad headspace as far as being able to push through, the whole event. Yeah, so besides sleep, the next problem that I had was the fact that I didn't bring the right type of food. Sleep and nutrition are probably two of the main things to, uh, you know, fuel your body, recover your body for exercise. So, kind of messed up both of those. So, I thought at the time that I was bringing good food for, sugar and carbs to kind of give me energy through the race, and even a little bit of protein. Yeah, I didn't really realize until, my first race that, I was going to get really tired of all this sugar, especially since my dad gave me some of these hydration packs. And for some reason, I'm just used to everything nowadays being like sugar free. Well, these hydration packs had 50 grams of sugar in them. And I didn't realize that until after I drank it. So yeah, I basically had sugar water, sugar food. I think the only non-sugary thing I had was gluten-free bagels, which those were terrible anyway. I could hardly get them down. I did have rice and tuna, but the rice was microwavable. I guess I could have just suffered through and eaten it, non-microwave, but I had no way of, heating that up and eating it, so it was just kind of a mess. So next time I'm gonna have more structured meals. Like I probably should have had some like gluten-free turkey sandwiches or something to kind of keep me full and not just have a bunch of sugar in my system. Sleep and nutrition that I did not handle very well. One of those was something I could easily fixed. And then the last thing just being good lighting while I'm running. My first race started at 6:10, something like that in the morning. So I didn't have any lights with me. One of the guys let me borrow the little light vest you saw me wearing, just so cars, could see me. And also I had my phone too, for that I was kind of using as a flashlight whenever I saw cars, and I was trying to turn it on, trying to turn it on and off so I wouldn't kill my battery since my phone battery is already kind of bad. But I probably should have just had like a head torch or a flashlight or something, because even with the iPhone light, when you're standing up and running, you can't really see the ground that well. It's kind of a wide light. So I needed something a little more direct and, good for what I was doing. But I ran into situations where, we hit a dirt road and there's potholes and uneven pavement and uneven dirt and whatever and gravel. And I was having a really hard time. I was having to slow down, sometimes even like kind of walking because there were so many potholes through this one section that I was having a hard time seeing. So definitely should have just put more thought into it. That was the first relay I've ever done, so I'm not used to, having to go somewhere I'm not used to early in the morning and then, run, sit for 5 hours and then go run again. It wasn't something I was really trained up for. It wasn't even something I was really paying much attention to. So it's really on me, but just some things I learned. So now I can just talk a little bit about relay races and kind of my new hobby or obsession. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that event, and I definitely want to do more relays because it's just a cool vibe. It was, I guess overall it's not a ton of mileage for maybe some people if they're going to go out there and do a, race, especially since in a relay not everybody uh, always gets the exact same sort of total mileage. For example, somebody in your group could have only 6 miles while the other person has like 14 miles. So, but I think in a relay, it's more about just the experience and just kind of the vibes of it. It's not really just, oh, I'm trying to hit my PR or I'm trying to do a marathon or whatever the case may be, or I want to get the fastest time on this total race or whatever. Yeah, it's more about just being out there with a group of people and kind of just having fun with it. I realize now that I didn't get a lot of good footage of the start of the race or the exchange zones and all the vans and all the community that was going on in the background. That's just my fault. Still at this point, I'm not really always thinking about, oh, getting footage. It's just not really where my mind is. I'm just kind of living in the moment, having fun out there. So yeah, I wish I'd have recorded a little bit more, but it's really cool. You're at the exchange stations. You got all these vans, all these people, just all, with the same hobbies and same interests as you. So yeah, it's definitely a really cool experience, and I'll definitely be doing more relays in the future. Hopefully, I can get ones that are a little bit closer, so I'm not having to travel 2 hours and stay in a hotel. Just because I did not do well in the hotel. All right, guys. So that's it. That's it for the recap, and we'll keep on getting it. I'll see y'all next week.